Hello everyone, welcome to the course on antenna and wave propagation. Today I will discuss virtual height, another sky wave propagation terminology which is very important, and virtual height. Okay, so first of all, how will you define the virtual height? This is the qualitative definition or the qualitative measurement of the virtual height. Virtual height of an ionospheric layer may be defined as the height to which a short pulse of energy sent vertically upward and traveling with the speed of light would reach, taking the same two ways travel time as does the actual pulse reflected from the layer. So this is what the definition of the virtual height. Again I am repeating, virtual height of an ionospheric layer may be defined as the height to which a short pulse of energy, very short pulse of energy sent vertically upward, okay, and traveling with the speed of light. What will be the speed? Speed will be speed of light, okay, would reach, taking the same time, same two ways, okay, would reach taking the same two ways travel time as does the actual pulse reflected from the layer. Okay, this is the definition of the qualitative measure of the virtual height. Practically, virtual height is always greater than the actual height. That means this is virtual height and there is also a term that is actual height. So practically what we have seen, that practically virtual height is always greater than the actual height. Okay. In the measurement of virtual heights, the transmitting point and receiving point are usually placed very close together so that the waves sent nearly vertically upward. Okay. So one more point. First of all, I am just reading the lines. Okay. Afterward, I will discuss it through this particular picture, which will give you a very clear concept, okay, of the virtual height. So the last line, in the measurement of virtual heights, the transmitting point and receiving point, means Tx and Rx, are usually placed very close together so that the wave sent nearly vertically upward. Now it is denoted by small h, the symbolic representation of the virtual height, which is, and mathematically how it is expressed, it is written as h is equal to c into t by 2, where c is the velocity of light, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. T is the round time means time of flight, okay. T is the right now. So h is the designation. So quantitatively the virtual height is expressed as ct by 2, c the speed of light, and t is the one round trip or the round trip time, and h is the virtual height. Okay, so now this is the picture. Through this picture it will be more clear for you people to define the actual height as well as the practical height. I have drawn here, this is the earth surface, fine, this is the earth surface, okay, and this is the ionospheric belt at a height from the ionospheric layer. This is the belt of the ionosphere which is scattered, okay. So this is actually the lower edge of the ionosphere. This is the lower edge of the ionosphere and this is the upper edge of the ionosphere. So this complete belt or the thickness or the scattered is the ionospheric belt, okay, ionosphere. Now what is happening, suppose at this Tx point with appropriate polarization at a particular frequency, wave is going into the ionosphere, okay. Now what is happening, wave is going at the ionosphere and wave is coming back to the earth different point. This is your receiving point. So this is Tx and this is your Rx, okay. So at here or at the ground observer, what will observer will realize that wave is going up from the earth station to the ionospheric height and it is returning back to the earth different point. That means reflection is taking place, isn't it? In my previous session I have also given you the idea when I was describing the microwave bending phenomena in a skywave propagation. Then I have discussed it very clearly that actually the successive refraction is taking place inside the ionospheric layer, because ionosphere comprises of several sub-layers like D layer, E layer, F1 layer, F2 layer, and that is where there we consider two different media from denser to rarer, and wave actually deviate from the normal, away from the normal, as a reason while successive refraction actually taking place, and finally the wave achieve the maximum point from where there will no any further refraction, rather the total internal reflection will take place and the wave will return back to the earth. So it looks like on the earth surface that wave is going up and it is returning back to that different point. That means reflection is going on, but actual phenomena of macro bending is successive refraction. So how can you define the virtual height? This is actually receiving point, this is actually transmitting point. So when a wave is incidenting on the ionospheric layer and it is coming here, and at this point it is returning back to the different point. So this is actually the actual path. No, matlab this is actually the arrowhead direction shows that the wave is going up, and the downward direction arrowhead is showing this direction, the wave is coming back. So I have mentioned here, this was actually the projected path. Okay, this was actually the projected path. That is why I have written here projected path. But this is not the actual scenario. Actually, what is happening? The wave is after reaching at this point, the wave is successive refraction is taking place inside the ionosphere, and wave is actually bending from here, and wave is returning back to this point. Are you getting my point? Actual path was this: wave is going up and wave is returning back to the different point when the reflection is taking place. This is the actual path which is supposed to occur, but this is not the actual case which is occurring in the ionosphere. Rather, what is happening when the wave is striking the ionosphere, because of the successive refraction inside the ionospheric layer, wave is refracting from its actual path, and from here, this particular point, wave is refracting and reaching back to the earth different point. That means this is the actually you can say the actual path. So this was actually projected path, but this is your actual path. So you can say the time taken by the wave when it is covering this much of distance and coming up to this distance is exactly equal to the time taken by the wave from here refracted and coming to the earthward after successive refraction is the same. So this is the distance in between transmitting and receiving point, that is the skip distance, minimum distance in between these two points. There is the wave will not reflect back, so this is the minimal distance, that is I have shown here D. This is the ground surface, and this is the actual height. You can say true or actual height. True or actual height is this, but what will be the virtual height? So this will be the virtual height. So I have mentioned here the virtual height. So that is why virtual height will be always greater than the actual height. Practically, virtual height is always greater than the actual height. Clear? So this was my projected path, but actual path is this. The wave is refracting back to the different point. Okay, and the time will be same. The wave is going up and coming back to the different point is exactly same when the wave is refracting and coming back to the different points. So this is your true or actual height, but this is your virtual height. Virtual height from here to here it will be virtual height, and from here to here it will be actual height. So this is why it is written that it is given by Ct by 2, where T is actually the round trip. Why? Because it is clearly mentioned here that in actual practice practically virtual height is always greater than the actual height. So in the measurement of the virtual height, the transmitting point and receiving point are usually placed very close together. It means this Tx and Rx should be very close. Why? The distance will be so close that the wave will go up and directly it will be returned back to the different point. So this is what the concept of the virtual height. Now I think it is clear to all of you how can you define the virtual height and how can you define the actual path. So I would like to conclude again that this is the actual path, this is the projected path. Okay, this is the actual path, the wave is refracting from here to here, and this is the projected path. So this is your virtual height. It means reflection is taking place, but actual mechanism is refraction. So this is your virtual height. So always actual virtual height will be greater than the actual height. Okay, thank you.